Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. I am so happy that you're here. My name is Bailey and today we're going to be doing another Bake With Me video. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving. For Thanksgiving, I was planning on bringing dessert and I thought that it would be fun to do this together. So my plan is to make this dessert today and then I'm gonna go ahead and bake some of them, and then tomorrow in the morning I can just wake up and bake the rest so they'll be fresh to take. So today we're going to be making maple brown sugar cookies. This is what they look like. They look so delicious. So I'm hoping that mine turn out like that, but we will see. So let me pull up the recipe on here. I've never made these before. I just found them on Pinterest and I thought they looked so good. So we're gonna be making these today. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my ingredients and then we'll get started. Okay, I have all of my ingredients right here in front of me, and I'll show you in a second, but I didn't want to forget to put on my apron because I literally always forget, and then I always get stuff on whatever I'm wearing, but I have all of my ingredients. So here's everything that we have, and I'll put the recipe down below. So before I start, I am going to mention this. You can probably see it back here, but I forgot to soften the butter. It's supposed to be completely room temperature, so I'm doing this hack that it's actually, I saw on TikTok, where you fill up a cup with really hot water and then you just put it over top of the butter for a few minutes, and it's supposed to make it like room temperature, so we'll see if that works. But I wanted to mention one substitution that I'm making and then one that was accidental. I know these are called maple brown sugar cookies, however, the maple syrup at the store is literally like $15 or something, and I just couldn't bring myself to pay that much for maple syrup. So honey is a really good substitute for maple syrup. There was actually somebody who asked, are there any substitutions, because it was so expensive for them, and the girl who made this recipe, I think her name is Sally, it's Sally's Baking Recipes, she mentioned that you could try to swap it out for honey and then use a little bit more of the maple extract for the maple flavor. So we're gonna try that. It also calls for pecans, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I accidentally grabbed almonds, so I may just try the almonds on a few and see, or try them on one and see how that turns out, and if I want to add them to the rest. But that's the substitutions I'm making, but we can go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is to cream together the butter and brown sugar on medium speed until smooth, about 1 to 2 minutes. So let's see how much butter it is. It's 1/2 cup, which is 1 stick of unsalted butter, and then 1 cup of dark brown sugar. So let me grab the butter and our measuring cups and we'll start with that. It's been about a minute and I think that it is done. It just looks a little bit more of a lighter color. I don't know if I mentioned this, but you're supposed to use dark brown sugar. Although she said that you can use light brown sugar if it's all you have. It just might be a little bit different of a flavor. Next it says to add the egg and beat on high until combined, which is about 30 seconds. So let's add our egg. Next we're going to add in the maple syrup, well, the honey, vanilla extract, maple extract, and beat on high speed until combined. So we're using 1/3 cup of honey, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of maple extract. So I think I'm going to double the maple extract and do two teaspoons. And then also, instead of pure vanilla extract, I'm using this Trader Joe's organic vanilla bean paste. This stuff is superior. It only comes out in the fall season. I think it's one of their like fall seasonal items, and it's so good. Last year was the first year I had ever used this, and I feel like it just adds a more like warm, rich vanilla flavor to your desserts. So I always substitute this, and it's just a 1-to-1 substitution for vanilla extract. So definitely get yourself some of this before it goes out of season. This year I bought, I think 4 of these, and at Trader Joe's I think it's like $4.50 or something, but if you look for this online any other time of year, it's literally like $19. So highly recommend getting this from Trader Joe's. Let me grab my 1/3 cup and then 1 teaspoon. Okay, next up we are going to pour the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients and mix on low until combined. The dry ingredients are flour, baking soda, and salt. So we have 2 1/3 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So let's get our measuring spoons again and then pour those into there. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to add the flour in a little bit at a time so it's easier for it to mix and it doesn't go everywhere. Here's what our dough looks like. It looks really, really good. I am debating whether or not I should add in the almonds or just kind of sprinkle them on top. I can't decide because I think that I would like this with the chopped up pecans in it, but I don't know about almonds. And I'm a little nervous because I don't want to make them and then not like them. I'm wondering if I should just put almonds in half of it and then the other half just bake them without the almonds and maybe top them with it. I think that's what I might do. So maybe I'll chop up 1/2 cup of almonds and then scoop half of the batter out and then with the other half mix that in. I think that's what I'll do. So I can try, and if I don't like it with the almonds, I'll at least like half. And also for some reason, I don't know if you guys feel like this, but I feel like nuts are such like an adult thing to like. I feel like my family tomorrow, at least the adults there, will like the almond one better than the non-almond. So anyway, I really don't care that much. If I like it, of course I want to like it, but I would rather other people like what I bring. So we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up the almonds. Okay, I just started chopping those, but then I realized that I could just use our new food processor. It is so beautiful. I'll show you. I love this thing so much. I've been using it so much, so I'm gonna use that. So I'm just gonna throw the almonds in there and then see how they do. Here's the result. That was literally so easy. It took like 15 seconds and so much easier than chopping. I know I so easily could have finished chopping them, but I just wanted them to be like really finely chopped, and I just do not like chopping stuff up. That's the main reason why we got this thing. It's so good. I'm just gonna show you guys real quick. It has this attachment that goes on top, so it can grate your cheese if you put it on this way. If you put it this way, it will chop your vegetables for you. It is amazing. It's on sale right now too. It's a great Christmas gift. Okay, so next I'm gonna scoop out half of the dough and just put it in another bowl, and then I'm gonna mix this with the other half of the dough that I'm leaving in the bowl. I did chop a few extra almonds so we can have them to kind of sprinkle on top of the icing. So here's what our dough looks like with almonds, and here's what it looks like without any almonds. I will say this didn't make very much dough, but it probably said that and I just didn't read it. So you guys know what time it is. If you've ever watched any of my Bake With Me videos, you know we always have to do a taste test of the dough. So I'm going to try the kind with almonds in it, and we're gonna see how it is. If the dough's good, you know it's gonna be a really good cookie. I cannot believe how good that is. I really was nervous because of the honey. I will say it's really sweet, but it is so good. I'm so excited right now. So the next thing that we have to do, I believe, is just, yes, cover and chill the dough for 2 hours, then we can bake it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and scoop it out and then put it in the fridge just so it's easier for me. So we're gonna scoop it out, put it in the fridge for a couple hours, and then pop it in the oven. Okay, so as you saw, I decided to do big cookies to make today, and then tomorrow I realized that if I made all of them that big, then there really wouldn't be very many at all for me to bring, and we have like 17 people or so that are going to be there. So I decided to do all of those this size, and we will see how they turn out in a couple hours. I'm gonna put these in the fridge and then just bake these tomorrow morning. Okay, it's a few hours later. I went ahead and preheated the oven to 350, and so it says we're gonna bake them for 12 to 13 minutes until lightly brown on the sides. I'm probably gonna do like 10 minutes and then just check it every minute after that, because there's nothing worse than baking your cookies right past the point where you would have liked them the best, if you know what I mean. Because I want them just to have like a slight, ever so slight brown on the outside and then really like gooey on the middle. While we bake those, we're gonna make the icing. So you make the icing in a pot over a low heat, melt the butter and the maple syrup together, which also I'm gonna use honey, whisking occasionally. And once the butter has melted, remove from the heat and whisk in the powdered sugar, and then taste it, and then add a pinch of salt if you desire. And then it says drizzle over the cool cookies. So we're gonna go ahead and make this, and it is 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1/3 a cup of pure maple syrup, and 1 cup of confectioner's sugar sifted, and then a pinch of salt to taste. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this. I am gonna add in just a little bit of the maple extract into the icing just for a little bit more of that maple flavor, and then we'll have that ready for whenever our cookies are cool. the oven is preheated, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop the cookies in the oven and then finish making the icing. Here's what our cookies look like fresh out of the oven. This was after 12 minutes and I'll kind of get in close so you can see. These are the ones with nuts and then these are the ones without nuts. Okay, now we're gonna drizzle our icing over the cookies. These look absolutely delicious. They look so, so good. I almost don't even want to eat them because they look so good. So let's do a taste test. Drew doesn't want to try one before dinner, but we're gonna try one and see. Looks so, so good. I wasn't expecting to like it this much. This is so good. Let me see if I can show you. I will say the icing is like sticky. I feel like it would be that way even if you use maple syrup because you know honey's really sticky. Let's see if I can show you the middle of the cookie. It is so good. It's so chewy. I was just not expecting this at all. But that is so good. It literally tastes like Christmas. Honestly, I would give this like a 9.5 out of 10. I love the nuts in it. I may go back and add in nuts on the top of the other ones before I bake them. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you can make this sometime this holiday season because it's so good. It tastes so much like Christmassy, Thanksgiving vibes. So thank you guys so much for watching though. I'm so appreciative. Go ahead and like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you aren't already, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye.